Okay, so this one is called, and this is the first time I've ever reacted to this person. He is called No Text to Speech. I investigated Discord's worst Femboy server. Didn't know they were servers for those, but maybe I'll join and get me one of them, One of
What?
those fanboys. Not this server though, not this one. No. I don't mess around with kids ever. I hate kids. I mean, I love my brother. I'm gonna love my sister. But kids are annoying as hell. I can't be a dad, at least not yet. I'm still too immature. You could still be immature and be a good dad, but uh, all kids are different. When I was a kid, I was like really, really, really quiet when I'm watching TV. I don't want nobody bothering me, and I won't bother anybody. I had this bad habit as a kid where I will not talk to you even if I'm hungry while watching TV. Only time I will get up and do something is when I want to pee. And, when I do that, went back in the room, watch TV. And it's still kind of a habit now that I watch like stuff and just don't talk to anybody for the whole day, but that's just me being very antisocial. I should probably socialize more. Definitely. Maybe I'll just go on like Monkey app and talk to random people. But that's very scary. I don't know why. Thinking about that giving me an aneurysm right now. Definitely. Anyways, let's not waste your time. Please like, subscribe, turn on notification if you haven't. And let us start.
One quick thing before I start, this is a re-upload of a video that YouTube deleted off my channel and gave me a strike for. I have re-edited the video to be more in line with YouTube's guidelines, even though in my opinion I didn't even break any.
Crazy.
But I want to make it clear for everyone, specifically the YouTube employee that will be reviewing this, that the Discord servers that I cover in this video have been banned off Discord for months. There is no risk of a curious George joining one of these servers and getting hurt. And I want to point out that the reason why I'm going through the pain of re-editing this and re-uploading the video is because this is an important story to tell. I got a message from one of my viewers talking about two Femboy Discord servers. In fact, it was an email. I felt like a boomer getting it. But the two Femboy Discord servers we're looking at, Femboy Haven V3, and the other server is Netspace. This is hands down the worst servers I've had to look at. And the worst part is that both of these servers have an even darker past to them, which is the entire reason why I'm making this video, because someone has to step in and stop this. But Discord has a posting for Femboy Haven V3, which is a revival of the old Femboy Haven V2 server. They have cam shows. Everyone is welcome without
heard him?
which is like a massive red flag.
If you're hearing a
Any
lot of
adult,
echoes,
do not join the server because it's filled with minors.
I'm home
I just spoiled
alone.
everything. But this is my alt account,
And because
Jim
I'm
Leahy, because I'm
outside my
gonna turn
room
into Jim
and there's a
Leahy
lot
because
of
I'm gonna need to drink to
space.
forget this whole entire experience. But I joined Femboy Haven V3, and after being notified of an event happening, which we're just gonna skip past that one, okay? I took a look at the rules channel. Now, in the rules channel, we have Wayne, and Wayne is the server owner. This is the person we're gonna talk about.
I want to learn how to use this store because I actually don't know how to use this store. That's
everything else is common sense.
crazy to me, and I actually don't know how to use a laptop either.
No minors in any of those adult
I'm an
channels.
old young man.
The common sense is
I was at 19. I should be able to know how to at least use a computer. I don't know half of the thing to use the computer for. I just know how to use Google.
Age out of the
Nothing
server.
else.
And the reason for you keeping your age
I'm
out of
gonna
the server is because
need
people
to
joke
ask my
about their age
homeboy
and
how
then
to
the
use
server
this.
ends up getting banned. Do you guys think that
I
people
like
just
to
joke about
use.
their age and then the server gets banned accidentally, or do you think
If I
the server
do,
gets banned because it should be
if I do get
annihilated off of
Discord,
Discord?
I would
I don't know,
like
that's
for
for
you
you guys
guys
to
to like
decide. Anyways,
send
the first
clips
thing
of
that I
maybe
looked
like
at that
Kamen
caught my
Rider
eye
or
was this announcement here by
memes
Wayne.
and
And
stuff
this was
because
my first
memes
taste
on
into the
channels
dark
I
past
don't
of both
react to
Femboy
those
Haven
because they
V3
get
and
copyrighted and
Netspace. But Wayne made an
they're mostly
announcement saying
boring.
anyone found in this server,
gonna see
which
what I
is
could do.
Femboy Love. If you're in Femboy Love, you will be banned from here without any question. It is literally just a CSAM ring. There's channels filled with 13-year-olds showing their blank and doing this. What you should do is just report the messages to Discord. Holy fuck. Crazy idea. I came up with that on the spot, by the way. Instead, what these guys
What do I
did
feel
is they
like?
sent a GIF of a dude sitting in a bucket, and it says, "Me when I arrive at," and then it has someone's address. And Wayne said that this is the server owner's address. So instead of banning them and getting them reported to the NCMEC for doing anything, they just sent his address. But is this really his address? But as I was looking further and further into that drama, this person was DMing someone, and they were talking about, you know, the server owner, who apparently is a 20-year-old who did some things that you should be reporting to law enforcement. But instead, what Wayne did, we used him for money and nuked his servers. So hear me out, guys. Do we A, report an actual predator that's causing harm, or do we B, use him for money, and then he's still a predator and can harm whoever he wants? Of course, the answer is using him for money. So I'm already questioning Wayne's morality or any sort of common sense, and the next thing I saw, I didn't really have to question it anymore. But in the partner channel, if I scroll up a little bit, we have Wayne here, who is promoting the Furry Family Discord server, which is a kind and accepting furry community that is active with constant growth, where 16-year-olds can date each other. They're 19 years old, and they don't see the problem with 16-year-olds dating each other on Discord. And the reason why any of this is a problem, by the way, in case, you know, you're like Wayne and you're stupid as there's predators and old men that will go on these Discord dating servers, find new victims, and kaboom! Discord is now a predator cesspool, and Wayne here is promoting it directly to his Discord server.
Listening to this, I
by
don't
the
even
way,
want to use
does
Discord
allow
anymore.
minors. We'll get to that. The rules, of course, are just
Is there a
like mental
substitute for
gymnastics.
this?
But like every single Discord dating server or NSFW Discord server, whatever I look at, there are channels galore. But as I scrolled down, I saw the NSFW section of the server, and I specifically looked at DM requests. I don't even want to read this, and this isn't even part of what I was supposed to look at, but it just caught my eye. Young Top, DMs open. Who wants to make me during Ramadan? Only femmes and trans bottoms. Now, when people say young top, it usually refers to a minor. And then we have this person here.
I
DMs
don't
open.
know
When I
what's
clicked on their profile, in their bio it says 16. And like a couple of messages down, it says, "Hi, I'm a bottom or switch. If anyone is any..." I'm just gonna... Next. I don't even think I can actually read this in any capacity where this video would remain on YouTube.
Whoa.
When they talk about a big hairbrush. But the final part is, anyone is allowed, I don't care about your age. And then the next thing I saw was Wayne getting mad at one of their mods saying, "I'm finna demote you. You ain't ever timed these people out and delete their messages." Translation: Wayne was getting mad at one of his moderators because a minor posted in here saying that they were underage and they were looking for DMs. And you want to know what they did? They time these people out and delete their messages. They don't ban them off the server. No, just timing them out so that we can keep our server with our... How many fucking members do these nerds? We can have 8,000 members. They just time them out and delete their messages. So a day
I'm
later,
more confused on Discord now,
because
because I can't...
see everyone else's messages.
Looking at the format of Discord is confusing to me. What?
Not about growing our stupid fucking Discord server. Right now, Wayne seems kind of like a creepy guy, but Wayne actually is a white knight protecting all these minors, because you see, Wayne here doesn't want any minors to get this. Editor, show that furry dating Discord server advertisement from Wayne, baby, because you bet your bottom dollar that minors are for sure getting talked to by old men on there. I hate myself. No, hold on. Wayne is still trying to be a white knight. Remember, he's Bruce Wayne, but the white knight. Someone was pressing them about them not caring about minors posting, and Wayne said, "Not as if I've banned hundreds of minors that have been reported to me. You never time these people out and delete their messages." I just can't help myself, okay? In fact, it turns out things are a little bit different. As I dug deeper into the server, this server actually has two sides of it. You know, there's the NSFW side that's for adults, but according to Wayne, minors can be in the safer work chats. Because of course, remember, according to the rules, you can't have any NSFW in the safer work chats. You want to make sure minors are safe, right, Wayne? And then directly cut to me looking at Wayne sending a picture of DMs where it's just a photo of a dude's dog. It ain't even summer yet, and we're still grilling hot dogs out here. And by the way, everyone can go in this voice chat and see this message. Even minors. Now, quick side tangent. For some reason, Wayne got free McDonald's from someone, so someone has Wayne's address. I don't know why you would give someone your address for free McDonald's. That's like the worst trade offer I've ever received. Anytime I have McDonald's, I just have diarrhea.
I'm not even looking at the
Anyways,
McDonald's.
Wayne
I'm
in
looking at
general
the
chat
Switch
asked
on the
someone to
side. I
send
would
their
like
butt,
a
and this dude
Switch.
said you can check the NSFW
Oh,
channels.
for the
They
Legend of
post there often.
Zelda.
And Wayne said, I don't care about public posts. If someone isn't doing new content specifically made for me, then what's the point? Yeah, it turns out these people have a serious mental problem. I'm not judging people for being femboys. I'm judging people for like this. Femboy servers like this exist as a way for people to quickly off without having to wait hours for verification. They also say there's so many ban logs where minors are immediately banned upon being reported. Now hear me out for a second, boys. Have you guys tried Reddit or like the Hub? You can go on those websites without
Reddit.
verification. And
Reddit
the
does
best
that?
part is that you don't have to deal with minors. These people are so far
Reddit.
gone
I
where
have
they
to-
can't just watch normal content that's available. That's not enough for them.
I'm gonna have
They
to
need
check that out
get
later.
from specific people at the risk of exposing minors to this stuff or being exposed to a minor if you're not a predator. Shut it the down. That's just common sense. But these guys will be like, but what about my Discord server? I worked so hard for that. There's 8,000 people on it. But anyways, folks, it just gets worse. Because remember how in the announcements, in the rules, sorry, they talk about how you're not allowed to talk about your age. People were arguing about it. In fact, this argument happens almost every week in the general channel. And Wayne has this canned response, like a PR professional. He's been doing this since January, February, June 12th. 2024. We're coming up on 9 months, ladies and gentlemen. And their response was, we aren't moderating 24/7. We have a life. There's so many people in old servers who have either said their age is younger as just a joke message. A lot of people also just do say that they are a minor. And you know, I'm just not trying to go through all those messages. I want to have my gooning Discord server, and I just don't want to have to worry about kids. And what I've noticed from other Discord servers is that if some people say their age, then other people feel obligated to say their age in a server, and then we just end up with like 50 minors saying, and then the mods are asleep, and then it gets mass reported and the server's taken down. I don't want my femboy gooning Discord server to get terminated because
Crazy.
there's minors on my femboy gooning server. So that's why instead I tell people to not tell their age, and I get people to report it to me personally, which is ironic as because here's the thing. One specific person that I came across was Harry. They're 17. He's an admin for the Discord server. In fact, if we look at his permissions, he has the administrator permission, which means that he can see every single channel in this server, including the NSFW channels. I'm in this channel here, Fem, and we can see that there is a message that was deleted. In fact, the way I found this message is just by getting Harry's username and typing in mentions, and then I put Harry, and I came across this message here, someone replying to Harry, which got deleted, in all caps saying, Harry, yes? The guy replies, I didn't know you had cake like that for real. We have a minor posting in an adult channel. And by the way, Harry has done this multiple times. If I report this to Wayne, what the do you think is going to happen? In fact, if you look at Wayne's message, my brain wants to self-destruct just from remembering.
I'm actually
they were
getting a
arguing with someone
headache.
who was talking about, if no one can talk about their age in here, how will they know if they're a minor? And Wayne said, because they talk about it in DMs first. This guy is fucking stupid. In fact, I don't even need to make the assumption that he's stupid because the message down here says, and Lex, quite frankly, if I am 19 having a private interaction with someone who is 17, I do not care. Both people are over the age of consent, similar age, and consenting. If we have a bit of a throwback, Wayne was
I
in the
heard
UK,
something
right? And I
outside.
looked through UK's laws, and from the CEOP, some UK website, it specifically says, number 5, remember, the law is there to protect young people. Images of under 18s are illegal. You gotta love when people say incriminating stuff on Discord. In
Yes,
fact, the message underneath, they say, there is a difference between that, them talking in DMs, and if I was encouraging a minor to post in the server. And just to repeat this for emphasis, encouraging a minor to post in the server, that's a big bad. Harry, when are we gonna see the elite private collection you've only sent to freaky old men you've then blocked? And this is a deleted message that is mentioning Harry, which we can only assume if it's in this channel, it's a photo from Harry. And if you look further into the messages, Wayne and Harry are basically dating.
Got them oily
Here's your
feet.
temporary
What?
reminder. That's
Oh,
what I
that
did
isn't
to
a
you.
black
You were
man.
literally on your knees. But to wrap up the chapter of Femboy Haven V3, I want to leave you with a message from Wayne, where Wayne was talking about his femboy obsession when he was younger. Younger, by the way. Remember, he's 19. He didn't want to go meet people,
So a year
instead
ago.
he just did the raunchy over the internet. So Wayne was doing this presumably as a minor,
So
and now he's hosting a
just,
server where
I don't
other
know what
minors will do that. You see how
he
the
was trying to
cycle is
say
kind of
there because
perpetuated?
it's
Now, at this
blacked
point
out.
of the
So
video, I wish I can just stop recording, call it quits, wrap it up, but unfortunately, there's still 2 more things I need to go over. First, we need to understand what happens in Femboy Love, because it shows the dark history of Wayne. It also shows the dark history of Netspace, which is the second thing I need to talk about. If you thought Femboy Haven was a little f***ed up, no,
is
Femboy Haven is like
Netspace
3%
Femboy
of
place
what
too? I
Netspace
don't know.
is. Netspace is that
I mean, the two guys don't look
bad.
like
But
fanboys,
taking a
so
look at
I'm
the
not
rules,
assuming.
because of course the rules dictate what's going to happen in the Discord server. Now they have this horrendous menu that I need to go through. But rule number 1, minors do not interact and no creeps. This server is recommended for 18 plus only. NSFW channels are restricted for all minors. Do not discuss age anywhere on the server. Again, that is a massive red flag. Report creeps, creeps again, and creeps again to any staff. What about reporting minors? I gotta stop critically thinking I'm spoiling things, and the rest of the rules were boring bullshit. But looking at the channels, we have a tickets, an NSFW channel, and we have a roles channel, which I decided to look at. You have an age rule that you can select, and you have 18 plus and under 18. Remember, this is a server for people that are 18 plus. There's 332 minors on this server. There's more minors than there are actual adults, according to this age rule thing. You also have to assume that there are kids that are lying
Much
about
of this
their
got
age
me
to pretend
itchy.
to be an adult, and there's also kids that just won't put their age as a minor. So I think the ratio is there's probably a lot more than just 332 minors on this server. And by the way, this isn't people just clicking this role for jokes, by the way. I've been through hell going through this whole server. But as you see, I picked the minor role because I went to the NSFW channel and I scrolled down and I wanted to get the NSFW role. I would assume if you have the 18 plus role, the NSFW role, and you also put your age as a minor, I would assume you'd get like banned or something. And I did it and nothing happened. Yes, I have access to every single one of these channels. Now, just so you can relive my life experiences, I want to tell you what my first impressions of the server were. I went into the general channel. I saw someone saying, "You're brainwashed by Jewish propaganda." I scrolled down. There was Wumpus just hanging out. There was a nut job conspiracy theory about how every single aspect of the LGBTQ plus movement is Jewish. I'm not even going to try and mentally process that. We had someone who said, "I hope you get lynched." They spelt it incorrectly, so we're probably dealing with kids, and assuming the GIF is a white clan meeting where someone is being lynched in Roblox. And I kept scrolling underneath it, and we have Vsauce no GIF, and I was like, oh, what's going on with Vsauce? You know, he's in a Santa costume. All right. Well, let's
Is that
just scroll
actually
past that so I don't have
Vsauce?
to look at it anymore. There's
I
the Joe
hope
Rogan
not. I used to
podcast,
watch
and right
some.
underneath it,
Bruh,
the
I
World
love
War II
Vsauce.
guy. But the second people were transphobic, instantly banned. Now, I have a theory, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I genuinely think that these people in the Femboy server are like closeted femboys, and since they can't be themselves, they have so much pent-up anger for the world that they release all that anger and hate that they have for themselves by hating on a different group. I don't know, but when I wasn't looking at the N-word being spewed every 30 seconds, the other things I saw in the general chat were just straight up NSFW content. I've seen so many hot dogs at this stakeout barbecue that I think I'd rather just have a fish burger at this point. But no text-to-speech. They said in their rules that the server was 18 plus. All these people could just be edgy 18 plus year olds. And my counter argument, holy sh**, I forgot this was even on the server. They have a selfies channel. This is someone that you would see at Walmart yelling at his mom for not buying him Pokemon cards at the store. And if I click on his profile, they say they're 13 right in their profile, so
I could tell what he looked like.
NSFW
Like one of
They're
those
also labeled as
long-faced
18
kids, you know.
plus. Well, I think it's time to descend into the madness now. We have this person here who's talking about, I probably have to go to school in like year 11 and 12 though. They're going to school. But if you click on this person's profile, it says 14M NSFW role. They even have the role of 18 minus as well. In fact, this person sent a message in the DMs channel, which by the way, if we click on the DMs channel, like channel description, it says don't mention ages in all caps. And right above this dude's message, it says top, DM me for trade or cam. Trading is where they trade images of themselves, and camming is you can put the puzzle pieces together. And right underneath that, we have this, how old was he? Like, I already forgot. My brain's just trying to forget everything. We put this 14-year-old underneath who says, DM me if you're super duper cool and epic. And the reason why they don't want you mentioning ages is because if this dude said that he was 14, you could get this whole entire server banned. But as I dug deeper and deeper into this problem with this obvious minor, there was this person here who is the owner, Mr. Femhuz. Okay, so do you want to be banned? Because I will ban you right now if you don't shut the up. Read the rules. We don't discuss age here, and if you bring it up again, I'll ban you. And Mr. Femhose said there are no minors.
What do I sound? I feel like he sounds like one of those fat Discord mods.
Get the f out of here with this bullshit. Because this dude said, I'm turning 18 soon. Oh, but don't worry, actually, things are different,
Your
guys.
time
It's
is
his
running
birthday
out.
tomorrow. Happy birthday, my man. On February 24th, you will now be known as an adult, and you're actually allowed in your own Discord server. And hopefully at that point, you understand that once you become an adult, you need to make sure that you don't do adult stuff with minors, because, you know, that's illegal. You can catch a case.
You're not supposed to do it regardless as a kid.
But
What?
don't worry, because just one single day after their birthday, they made a partnership announcement calling all LGBTQ plus boys 13 to 19. We're already off to a bad start. But they're advertising a Discord server, and what does this Discord server offer? Trading and sharing, whether it's memes, music, photos without any clothing, or those photos but just in video form. This dude is promoting a Discord server where people trade this sort of content for boys aged 13 to 19. And that is just a glimpse of the soul-wrenching I had to see on this server. But before I start my descent into the septic tank, I want to point out that I saw a familiar face on this Discord server. In fact, when I was looking through the tickets channel, I saw that I have to censor that. Make sure to censor that meme. They have emojis of adult content, which by the way is not allowed by Discord, but you can't even report that anyways, so I don't even know what the you do at this point. I'll save that for the rant. I don't want to just turn the whole video into a rant. But you can see that when I was looking at the tickets, Wayne is a co-owner of the server, apparently. The reason why Wayne is co-owner is because
it was going to be like a big influencer or something.
The net spend thing, because before it was a server just about music. They had song of the day and stuff. But then on February 15th, everything just went sour because it turned from just a music server into DMs open, DM closed from Wayne helping out this person making their role menu. Wayne being in here, you'll notice that he left the server. He's actually been in it recently. He left for some reason. But Wayne being in the server and being the co-owner is going to be a little confusing because you know how we're talking about the predators on that Femboy Love Discord server? Well, this NetSpace server, someone said that this will be the new server. And what was the old server? We'll get to that. But to figure out more about this Femboy Love Discord server, I needed to search deeper in the NetSpace Discord server, and I stumbled across the worst thing imaginable, really. This person said they would sell themselves for some Play-Doh. Technically, I already did, but my PayPal account got banned, and I lost all my they lost all their money. So this person was a 15-year-old who did something bad enough to get their PayPal account banned. This person asked, did you sell photos or anything? And they responded saying, yeah, I know a guy that will pay me if I ask for it. But like, since my PayPal account got banned, I haven't been able to ask him for money. So I just send him stuff when I want to be praised. You would think PayPal banning you is like a hint that what you're doing is bad and putting you at risk and making the whole predator problem on the internet worse. You would think. No. In fact, if I'm begging about something, I said, if y'all
Sorry,
y'all.
y'all. Sorry.
Do anything I get asked for. And well,
I'm
it
back.
just gets worse. Selling custom content for Roblox. Already, massive red flag. I can do almost anything for you. Age in DMs. If you have to say age in DMs, they're underage. And the worst part is they have a photo of them in the hot dog barbecue channel. We have this person here. Person says, I'm a minor, chat. They reply, me too, don't worry. And then I check their messages. They have a selfie saying, am I skibbity? Minor, clearly. And then the next message they send is they're in the thighs channel sending pictures. Thankfully, I have a Vencord plugin which blurs every NSFW image. I love this thing. Whoever made it, you saved my eyes during this recording and saved me about 3 hours of painful censoring. Anyways, the happiness is over because they also send a message in the butt channel. We have this person who says, trading D for D. Are they trading Destiny 2 build for Destiny 2 build? No, it's And what is the age in bio? 17. Oh, and by the way, they sent a message in, again, the Hot Dog Barbecue channel. Now, remember our little fashionista here with all the streetwear drip on? In fact, they post a lot of images of them in their cool fashion. They got all red Playboy Cardi, this for sure, still in high school. They got this fit here, which I think actually looks quite nice. It's featured
I like
my
the
favorite
blue
drink on the right
jacket.
side of the image. There are more photos of them without clothes than clothes on. And remember,
I like
they
the
moved their server
sweater.
from
As you can see, I like. I wear long sleeves. I love long sleeves. Is a problem.
February. This person here is saying, I'm 15. And then in the general chat, they send a text from their mom where they're talking about their grandpa. Is he okay? He's still alive, right? His mom said he has lung cancer. That's why he keeps coughing up blood. And there's nothing they can do because of his age, but make him comfortable. Their fucking grandpa is dying, and their first thought was, yo, let me put it in the Femboy server that has everywhere. I swear this generation is doomed. All right.
I know his
this
grandfather
person
coughing
here
in his
says,
grave
"Am I the
right
best
now. At
13 in
least
here?" They're
I
not
hope he's
talking about
not.
inches. They're talking about 13 years old. And how do I know that? Because they sent an image of their classmate saying ugly ab medicine. They meant to say Mexican, but they couldn't spell. He means 13 by this. And the worst part is that in the Hot Dog Barbecue channel, he says finally, and he sends an image. I think it's a video actually, and it's horrible. It's horrifying. Considering I remember it's a video, that's how bad it was. This was like for 20 to 30 people, and I only took a single day to get these examples. That's how prevalent and rampant this problem is. It's actually disgusting. And the reason why I have to go through this is because I have to report every single one of these to Discord, because again, nothing's gonna happen unless I report it. And here's the thing, I can't even report this thing properly. When I go to report the message, I know this whole menu like the back of my hand, but I need to go through content targeting or involving a minor. A minor is posting or sending bad messages. I can report this message, but I can't show the context that this person said they're 13. And every single
Bro, it's the
person
same
that I've
thing
shown
with
you has done the
TikTok,
same
bro.
thing. I have a message.
You don't seen the TikTok
showing
lives?
their age, and then I
I'm
show
gonna talk
they did
about this at
something
the
bad.
end.
And the issue is that if I just submit a report for this one message, I don't know if Discord got the whole context. I can only assume that their bots got a message of some dude's butt. And so my best attempt would be also reporting this message for the same thing, but all I'm doing is I'm relying on the fact that Discord will magically pair those two reports together. Will that happen? I don't even fucking know. I'm doing all the hard work for Discord, yet I can't even send it to them to review properly.
I think
My whole
TikTok
entire
and
report
Discord
is
has a
gamble.
big
I can make a
problem.
better report, but I have no tools to do it. No one has any tools to do anything. It
Reddit
is just a
too.
show and a half. Discord doesn't fucking care. Sorry about that little rant there. I actually took a little bit of a break, but I got back from ranting, and it's time to just go through the rest of the insanity of the server. This person here is talking about how their account got banned. You can see their name is Alt. It got suspended for child safety, although the person I was texting is the same age as me. And people were pressing him for being a creep, which is ironic. And he said, bro, how am I a creep? He was 14. Jesus Christ. Why are people thinking this is okay? Not only this, sending photos to some random stranger on the internet who, oh, he's 14. Maybe he told you he was 14 and he just has photos of a 14-year-old, but he's actually a predator. But how is this normal? But also the people posting images of themselves. When did this become okay? Let me send a photo of myself for the whole internet to see. And I think the reason why this stuff is happening is because predators have set up these femboy dating servers where they'll see other minors do this stuff and then just follow in their footsteps because they think it's okay. And that's why Discord needs to get rid of this shit. But it's tough, again, when you can't even report it properly. And I feel like I'm venting at this point, but to be honest, it's because you get stuff like this. This person here, the same dude who got banned, said he will be coming over soon. Some person I was chatting that was in the server, and he's 16. What if this is not a 16-year-old? Does this person not understand that this could lead to real-life harm? There is serious danger for this person. And there's very little I could do with it. And you know what? There's two scenarios.
I don't understand how
Isn't
people
14, and
do
he's
this
actually
shit.
just a creep, and this is
And then when they get
a
hurt,
serious crime that's about to happen or already did happen, or this is a minor meeting up with another minor, which again is still bad. Discord is facilitating all of this. And the worst part is that there were 20 different photos, and I'm supposed to report all of this and just hope and pray that it magically works. And just when you thought things were bad, it all comes full circle, because we have this person here who says they're 14 years old. If we click on their profile, you can see they are the co-owner. In fact, they're in both of our our servers that we're talking about, their roles, if you look at it, NSFW 18 minus, and they have sent photos of themselves in the general chat, not even in an age-restricted channel. They have sent photos of themselves in a channel that anyone can see. And Wayne DM'd them saying, "Can you shove a Sharpie up there?" And since we're talking about Wayne, it's time to finish off that final part about Femboy Love. In terms of Femboy Love, we're looking at NetSpace, and Femboy Huz is one of the owners. They're the main owner. Everyone, this is my new main. And with their old account, they say, everyone, please add my new account. They are the exact same person, but when I looked at NetHuz's messages, I found this. They sent a command to one of their bots saying, autoresponder add. If someone sends the message Kai, it will send the embed saying, we don't use that name here. Kai has rebranded, and they no longer go by that name. Please retype your message directed towards Femhuz or Halfaxa.
So confusing.
Remember, both of these
What?
names, by the way. But this person
Why
has
are they typing
rebranded,
like this?
also known as, I'm changing my name, so it's harder for the feds to track me. But as I dug deeper into this dude's messages, he said my main account, banned account,
Why
has
do
been
they
permanently
type like
banned
this?
from
I'm
Discord. And if we look at this
I'm
banned
just sitting
account,
here
let's click on it. The name is
confuzzled
Femhuz.
about
If I click on the whole profile,
Discord.
and if I zoom out of grandma mode for a
Why is
second,
it
you can see
confusing to
he
look
has
at?
the
What?
Spotify name of Halfaxa. This seems like the dude's original account, and he wanted to be rebranded from Kai. So this is Kai. And I looked at Kai's messages, and they sent a message at the very beginning of when this server was made, saying the server isn't open yet. It's the sequel to Femboy Love. And they say, that's our current main server. I can't join it because I think it got deleted by Discord. But since the old server was gone, I can't really trust that they're actually Femboy Love. And it turns out I don't even need to worry about it because some of my beautiful viewers were reporting a Femboy Discord server. And which one is it? Femboy Love. And they're talking about the same problems that I talked about in this video, but more specifically, they have a channel called the Freak Off Zone, where there's a heartboard, there's NSFW General, and then they have a meetup channel. They have
Okay, so we just
meetup.
being Diddy right now,
And if
huh?
Femboy Love was
I mean,
the
it
old
was before,
server
but
versus
Free
the
Cup
new
Zone.
NetSpace server, considering there were minors galore on that thing, this meetup channel would have been disastrous. But that's if Femboy Love is the original server. And well, another viewer reported the Femboy Love Discord server to me. But what they did is they found the ex-server owner, and they said that they're actually in my server, and it's this person here, Skirts. And if we look at this person's profile, they are in my server, so they will be promptly going bye-bye quite soon. But if we go to their full bio, scroll out of grandma mode for a second, in their connections, there's also Halfaxa. In fact, this isn't someone just using the same username, by the way. If I open up their Spotify account, you can see the profile, Halfaxa, 38 public playlists, 16 followers, 12 following. They have very Femboy-esque photos. But taking a look at their Spotify user, it starts with 31, ends with 634. And we go back to this band account that said it is the sequel to Femboy Love. You can see my Chrome is struggling for, it's holding on for dear life. But if we go to their profile again, we scroll down, they have the Halfaxa account. We open it up, Chrome's just giving up on loading. You can see it is still the 31, 634 account. It's the same account. These people have been running Predator Playgrounds for a very
I'm not even
long
paying
time.
attention to
And
whatever
when
he's talking
one
about.
server dies, they
Paying
move
attention to the fact
another,
that
they
he,
advertise
like,
it
look
before
at the
it gets
numbers
banned, and that's
at the
because
top
Discord will
and
let
at the
you
end.
ban one account, and then
He
they have time
found
to move everyone over.
something
And they'll just do
else. He
that
found
over and over
an
and
account,
over
like,
again. And considering Femboy Haven is on
I want to be a
V3, you can only
podcaster.
imagine if these guys actually kept track of which version they are, it'd probably be version 5. But moving back even
probably
more,
feels like
this
a hacker
all
doing
loops
that, you know?
back on itself. Remember the Femboy
I
Haven
used to
V3
be able to
server
like
I
do
talked about
codes and
that
stuff
great
like that, but
drama about
being so
Femboy
far
Love, how
from
the server
school,
owner is a
kind
predator.
of got
They're
me
even saying
rusty. I
they
don't
will ban
remember how
people
to
from
do
the
some
Femboy
of
Love
it.
server because they don't want to be investigated by the FBI. That's being said by the same guy who helped set up the new Femboy Love server. So all that doxing the Predator stuff, all for show. So out of the two servers we looked at, we have one server, Femboy Haven, which is a closeted Predator group, while the other server, NetSpace, is just full-blown Predator playground, with even the owner saying, my servers have not been banned since 2023. They're bragging about not being banned. How many times is this same going to happen before any of these people actually face some real repercussions? And ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. And I mean that literally because I delayed this video by a week just to do a little bit of a science experiment. I wanted to test if you reported all of these bad messages to Discord as best as you possibly could. Would Discord do anything? And well, ladies and gentlemen, my science experiment has some answers. So, taking a look at my calendar, I need to give you a timeline on how this worked out. On March 4th, I recorded this video, and right after recording this video, I started to report every single bad message.
Okay.
If I had to ballpark, there were 80 different reports that I needed to make, and those were bare minimum reports. I'd report the message from someone saying that they're a minor, and then I would report a message from the same person that is a photo of themselves, which is NSFW. So if we have around 80 reports, 2 reports per person, we had 40 different people that I was going through trying to get them taken off Discord. Now the issue is that it got to a point where I was reporting so much where Discord stopped me from reporting.
I don't know how
I was
much is
trying to,
that.
spam
I'm
the
stupid
system,
as hell,
and it
so.
actually gave me an error. So the next day I needed to fill out more reports. So over March 4th and 5th I did that, and I also filed an NCMEC report, which
I don't
I'll
know
talk
what that
about a
is.
little bit later. But considering these reports were literally days before the upload, that's why I postponed it for a week. I gave Discord a whole extra week to go through all of my reports to get Discord's responses. But you can see on the calendar, Discord responded to me on the 4th and on the 11th. And the way Discord responds to you is through your email. Now, just as a side note, and teasing my next video, I actually used a different version of Discord reporting where you specifically report illegal content. But out of 80 separate reports that I made, 2 of those reports actually led to someone getting punished. Because when you report someone on Discord and they get punished, Discord will send you an email saying, "Thank you for reporting. We have reviewed and took actions based on your recent report. And while we can't share details about the
So,
actions taken, please know we
basically
really appreciate your report."
78
If you
people
remember
did
every
not get
single person
reported.
that you
Okay.
reported, or if you just write down every single
Not
message that you
78,
report,
because
which
that
I
would
did
mean
for tracking
2
purposes, you can figure out
is the
which
same
people
person.
got banned. Now you think we
So,
talked about 2 servers, right? No text-to-speech. 2 servers, 2 reports. Holy shit. No. No. The servers are still up. We still have net
so I don't
space.
know.
They're still going. In fact, they're talking about Playboy Cardi music, and Femboy Haven V3 is celebrating that they have 9,000 members. Almost 10,000. They feel so proud about themselves. So no.
I was gonna
servers
say
did get
that
banned. One
maybe
server
the
getting,
10,000
60
people
reports,
were
you would
from this
assume
guy's
Discord would
channel, but I
always be a
realized
problem.
he
No, it's still
uploaded
up.
this
So, these 2
after they
reports
said
weren't the
that.
servers getting banned. It was actually 2
Not gonna lie, I'm
different
stupid
people
as
on
hell.
Discord getting in trouble. And I know exactly who got in trouble. You know this person here who said trading D for D, Destiny 2 build for Destiny 2 build, and they said their age and bio? I reported that message to Discord, and that person got absolutely and stomped on. Every single message of theirs disappeared. It was a beautiful sight to see. But to be honest, I shouldn't be celebrating because this is 2 people that got banned versus, 40 different people that I
At least
reported.
it's
Now,
something.
the second report actually caught me by surprise. I checked my email. I'm like, holy sh! Discord responded.
At least
I thought
it's-
they were only going to
at
give me
least
one
it's
response to do
something.
nothing. In fact, this dude here, I'm pretty sure, they got their image taken off of Discord. But the real question is, did he get banned off Discord? And remember, this one report that I have was made on March 11th. And oh so... And oh so conveniently, some guy with the exact same Discord username, which I'm still going to censor because they are a minor, sent a message on March 11th saying, "My account got banned for child safety." Wah, wah. And while to me this is funny, it's still extremely disappointing because they just made another account and went to the exact same server. The server isn't banned, which would stop more problems than just this one person. But no, Discord thinks just banning 2 people's accounts, that's perfect.
How
Despite
do you
everything
even
I said,
solve
though,
this
I do wanna
problem?
say,
Because
if you
even if you
stumble across a
delete
server like this, please
the
report
server, they will
everything you
just
can. At
make
the
a
very
new
least,
one.
when you report a message on Discord, it gets stored in Discord server so they can go through it. That's one good benefit. But if you stumble across a server where minors are putting themselves at risk, then you need to file an NCMEC cyber tip report. Now, this page, it's not going to be easy, but giving them as much detail as possible and giving them as many Discord message links as possible that are relevant to your report, you want to do that. Now, if you're a victim of a predator, or if someone's trying to extort you because you made the mistake of uploading your private images on a Discord server, talk to your local law enforcement. But honestly,
if you are a
my biggest
minor,
piece of advice for you, if you're a minor that's on Discord, is that learn how to protect yourself because it's clear that Discord won't protect you. Man, that's actually really sad that I have
don't
to say
even,
that. Now,
don't
thankfully, I
even, he
prepared
didn't
for this
even
because I
have to
ice
say
cream in the
that.
freezer. So y'all have a good one. Don't join any Femboy servers, please. I love you.
If you are a minor and you're thinking about sending something, you're sending a little tallywhacker, your little tallywhacker, don't do it in the first place, especially on Discord. Don't take a picture of it Don't do any of that, period. I don't care how old you are. You could be 17. If you're going to be 18 tomorrow, don't do it today. Do it tomorrow. You're 18 then. You could get out of my house by you're 18, bro. When you're 18, you're an adult and you can get kicked out. Honestly, I don't. Minors are stupid. You see, I tell y'all, I don't. Kids are can be one of the greatest things you can have in your life, or one of the worst things you could have, because they could be stupid as hell. Mind you, that's coming from me. I'm stupid as hell. Not in the way like those are kids, but again, I'm not going to talk no more because the video is already turning on. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you enjoyed the video, why am I even saying it back again? Just bye. This video gave me a headache. I hope these people get what they deserve. Bye.